if you don't have the drive, the ambition, the ability to get out of your own way. Oh, I don't like to talk to people. It's hot outside. I don't want to drive around and look at ugly houses. Like, shut the up. Shut the up and get in your car and go write down 50 addresses and do it by tomorrow. You're broke because you're in your own way. You're broke because you got this like lens or this belief system like, I'm going to find an Uber driver to give me addresses. Like, no. Get out and go find some ugly houses. Get on the phones and talk to these people. You're going to get told no. You're going to get told to off. You're going to get hung up on. Good. Get some war wounds. Be an entrepreneur. If nobody's going to roll out the red carpet for you, nobody owes you anything. You don't deserve anything. You're worthless right now. You guys are all a bunch of newbies that haven't done shit, haven't made any real significant money in your lives. And even me, even him at this point, we don't go in the front door. The front door is locked. It's closed. Rich people shut it and locked it and said, don't come in here. You got to come in the side door. You got to be creative. You got to figure out the hustle. We got to see that energy and that passion. You got to show up, beat up. And wow, this relentless. Like, he's not stopping. He is calling for 3 hours a day, every day for 90 days. He built that muscle. She built that muscle. And by talking to 1,000 owners, by sitting, you know how many times I sat at a kitchen table, only get told no after 2 hours of putting in work, and I left with no contract signed, embarrassed, pissed off, wasting all that time? That was my mindset. I wasted the time. And then here comes Walt, this old-ass old-timer who's been selling door-to-door Ginsu knives his whole life, and he walks right in, overcomes every objection, builds rapport, gets the contract signed, and walks out with a 30, 50K deal. And I'm sitting there going, how did he do it? He had skills, he had capabilities, and he put in 35 years worth of work. So who am I to say that I'm supposed to get the deal over that guy? I gotta put in the reps. But what happened over time of being embarrassed, getting a gun pulled on me, getting laughed off a doorstep, sitting in my piece of shit Nissan pickup truck, crying by myself because with snot bubbles, like because nobody likes me and nobody wants to give me money and nobody wants to give me a deal, and here I am, poor Cody. You know, it's like how stupid are we? Like I'm a white male in America and I'm crying in my pickup truck because my life is so tough.
Wait, are you saying that I can't just give a business card to an Uber driver and have him bring the deal to me?
I'm just saying, you guys know what it takes to make money. Apply it towards this business. Like the people I like working with that come in, like even our interns, they don't just call one time and they're like, can I intern with you? And I'm like, yeah, sure, show up on Monday. You're lucky you. They call 6,000 times. They show up unannounced with food and gifts and just hang out. And you're like, will you leave us alone? And he won't leave. And so then it's like, all right, fine, sit at this desk and call these numbers and let's go. Because that's the energy they're showing up with, that relentless, I'm gonna do this energy. Because the deals are out there. This bullshit story that there's no deal flow is just false. There is a wholesaler in your town that's getting 10, 20, 30 deals. And she doing it right now. And that's what's happening. You're not getting it because you don't have the skills. What's the most important real estate in the world? This, right? I go over to my dad's house. My dad's old. We're totally different. I'm conservative, I'm Republican, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm aggressive, I'm all these things. He's liberal, he's loving, he's a hugger, he hugs trees, he hugs people, like he's that guy. And I love our differences. But I go over to his house, 24/7 he's got CNN on. And I'm like, nothing wrong with, watch what you want, but if your only inputs are all day negative news, all day this, no wonder he's like stressed out all the time, and like when we talk, it's about those kind of things. Where it's like, we gotta protect our peace. We gotta put the right inputs in our mind. When you're driving, are you listening to rap music or rock and roll music? Or are you listening to a podcast to better yourself, to increase your skills? Are you, when you're sitting on the toilet, are you just on social media? Or are you actually using that net? Tony Robbins calls it net time, no extra time. People that are like, I'm too busy, I don't have time to call. It's like, when you're taking a shit, make your calls, right? Like, just figure it out. But every second of my day, I'm putting the right inputs in my body because I want to be ripped, rich, and rare. I want to dominate. I want to be a gazillionaire. I want my kids to look at me and go, holy shit, my dad's a superhero. I want to grow up to be just like him. This is why I'm so hard on you sometimes. Like, I'm like, if you are my business partner, I have standards of what that means to be in my orbit. And vice versa. There's so many times where I don't want to do something and Brian's like, I need you to do this, bro. Like, I know you're busy, but I need you right now, do this. So I stop, when I see him hold me to that standard and hold me accountable, I stop everything I'm doing and I pay attention and I step up for my business partner. We're in a time where there's so many forces pushing against us, trying to derail us, divide us, keep us broke. That. Like, we need to go. You guys are all showing up here on a Thursday because you want more.
Yeah.
More joy, more control, more happiness. I want to give it to you. But sometimes it's not just like, let me tell you how to wholesale. Sometimes it's, let me kick you in the ass and push you out of your own way for just a day or two. It might not last forever, but go. Next time I'm on here, every single person should be like, I made 2,000 calls. It took me all 2 weeks. Like, I made 1,000 calls a week. Like, it was like I dropped everything. I shut everything else off, and I just got laser focused. I got obsessed, and guess what, Cody? I got 3 deals. It's like, there you go. Now we're in the game.